Не буду хиляти, якщо скажу, що ваші симпатії можуть схилити шатку терезів вашого серця кудись у сторону жовто-блакитного прапору. Якщо так, то дайте мені трошечки зрозуміти це аплодисментами. І коли це дійсно переконливий факт, у нас є одна для вас заохота. Вона полягає у тім, що є у нас суддя поглядацьких симпатій. Цей чоловік вийде сюди, і тоді, коли дівчата наші будуть бігти, тоді, коли наші хлопці будуть бігти свої фінальні бігові, люди будуть ретельно споглядати за центральною трибуною і за сектором обабіч, прикладом сектором 29. І той найактивніший чоловік, чи та найактивніша жінка, чи найактивніші діти, які будуть якось експресуватися та проявляти свої емоції у підтримці наших дівчат і хлопців, хтось тільки один. Ну така умова була від нього, від того майстра споглядання за вами, вельми шановне глядацьке панство. Він просто тому чоловіку, жінці, дівчині чи дитині подарує кросівки. Отака штука, подарує кросівки, і через те ви маєте нагоду зараз скористатися тою заохотою і проявляти увагу до наших атлетів на повну міру. Я прошу вас робити це, не стримуйте себе, хтось у фіналі вийде звідси з кросівками.
А на старт останньої, 7-ї дисципліни виходять учасниці семиборки. У нас буде два забіги.
Well, welcome back to the European Combined Events Team Championships as we reach the climax of the heptathlon. Is the standings at the moment. Darina Sloboda of Ukraine leading the way with 5,232 points. Marika Esselink in second place at the moment, 5,084 points, and just 30 points further back, it's Katie Stainton of Great Britain, Northern Ireland, 5,054 points, followed by two more Ukrainians, Irina Rovbekatova and Riva Bunyenko. Not much separating the two Ukrainians in fourth and fifth place. Here's the rest of the competitors. Some personal best set by the end of this competition, that's for sure. Some of these athletes, particularly the Van der Wiel twins, have had some good competitions, set a series of personal bests. All the way down to, well, we had 32 competitors start at the very first event yesterday morning, the 100 meters hurdles. We've lost two, including the very highly rated Sadiko, bringing up the rear. Valavanuz Canito of Spain, something in the region of 1,000 points behind the leader. So this is the first of two heats in the 800 meters. And the way that it's selected is that the the 4 teams from 8th to 4th position are running together. And then in the second heat, we'll see the teams from Ukraine, Belarus, Great Britain, Northern Ireland, and the event leaders Estonia running together as well. So most of the main competitors will be in the second heat, but here we can look at Marika Esselink from the Netherlands. She's lying in second place at the moment in the heptathlon. She's not the best of 1,500 meter runners, or even 800 meter runners, I should say. And she could well be overtaken and pushed out of the top 3 by the runners in the second heat. Esselink hasn't broken 2:20, but she's lying in second place at the moment. And regardless of how things shake out in the next couple of minutes, she has had a very good day. And indeed 2 days. It's Esselink having set personal bests in the 100 meters hurdles, the 200 meters, and also in the javelin. 16 women in this particular heat. Competitors from the Netherlands, France, Spain and Switzerland.
And here we go, last 2 laps on track.
Fastest
for
woman in
these
this
ladies,
heat is
for these
Agatha Guillemot
4 nations.
of France, the
І у цьому забігу
19-year-old
участь
Frenchwoman who
Марайка
celebrates her
Еселінг, яка
birthday,
за підсумками
well, in just a few days' time
шести
on
видів
Thursday.
жіночого семиборства посідає другу позицію. Марайка представляє
It is Guillemot who
Нідерланди.
quickly
і
goes into the
номер
lead.
63. Цікаво, що взагалі спортсменки будуть вести тактичну
Followed by her
команду
compatriot.
боротьбу у цих змаганнях. Втім, найкращий особистий результат, тобто найшвидший серед учасників
Санун.
забігу є Маріан Сану, представниця Франції, котра і очолила одразу
Two Spaniards, Hernando
особистий
and
рекорд доведений
Ramos.
нинішнього сезону до позначки 2 хвилин і 10 секунд і 74
And it's the two Frenchmen
секунди.
as we come up to the
Дві француженки попереду,
Bell.
і дві представниці Іспанії.
lead over their two Spanish rivals.
So it's France in the lead.
So it's Sanune
There is girls from
in
Spain.
an unofficial time of around 66.5
One more lap to
seconds.
go.
І на даний момент команда Франції знаходиться на 6-й позиції, Іспанії на 5-й, тому француженки зроблять усе можливе, аби
it's
відрив від
Guillemot
суперниць
and
збільшити якомога
Sanun.
більший.
Starting to stride away and put some considerable distance between the rest of the field.
So it's
The
mainly
two class runners in this race.
Marion
Guillemot,
Sanone, who's got the
Best time of
personal best,
2:08.92.
from
Sanoon,
the whole field.
not that much slower. 2:10.74 this year, 2:10.59 a career best.
Into the lead.
Не втримала свою лідируючу
Well, the
позицію
Dutch women
Маріан
are trying to close them
Санон.
down just a little bit.
І включаються в боротьбу
It's Guillemot starting to stride away from Sanoon.
команди Нідерландів.
Guillemot showing her class over 2 laps of the track.
Семиборок Франції.
Well, Guillemot's going to come through in just under 2:10
And there
unofficially.
is 2:09.32. That would be a new personal best for Myriam Sanune in the 800 meters.
So just watching the women through. We'll bring you up to date with full results, but I can tell you certainly it was Guillemot and Sanoon, 1 and 2, leading France home.
So we're still waiting for the official results of that 800 meters heat number
Bring you the
1.
results. We don't have a clock on the screen, unfortunately, but unofficially you can see trackside 2:09.32.
Overall standings
So,
to the almost
Half a second outside her best for Agatha Guillemot. Dutch squad. That's Michelle Oud. I think she's got a personal best out of it. Came here with a best of 2:15.60. Oud was the third woman home out of the Dutch quartet.
Чемпіонаті Європи з легкоатлетичних багатоборств вже закінчено. Але загальний
Oud
залік ми не дізнаємося,
coming through camera shot.
фінішуватимуть учасниці першої групи, де, до речі, зібралися найсильніші.
Work out who the names are from the bib numbers. Mentioned in this day and age, it would be nice to also have the names on the bibs. There's one very tired Swiss athlete. There's von der Linn, just walking through shot, Lena von der Linn, who had a very good javelin. And the Spaniard limping off the track. Nevertheless, good experience for many of these athletes. There's a number of athletes who are 20, 21 years of age, grow from this experience, go on from here, and I'm sure do good things in the world of continental athletics.
And of course, There is a special fight between Carmen Ramos from Spain and Anaël Ndiabou-Diapa from France, who were very close in the ranking.
So still just waiting for the times to be confirmed. Congratulating the Dutch athletes just standing up. Switzerland's Celine Albissa.
І, звісно, вона намагатиметься зробити все можливе для того, щоб ці 30
Conferring at the moment as the first group of athletes, the 16 women, clear the stage.
We're still not getting all the times and all the points. The men from the second javelin
I don't think this is going to make much difference to the top four, at least not as far as the combined events team championship is concerned. Is a lot to make up, even with four runners, between Spain in 5th place and Great Britain in 4th.
And we have the results right now. So it's Agathe Guillemot from France with 2:10.77. Second was Myriam Sanoune with 2:13.67. Third, Michelle.
Oh, we haven't seen the results on the screen.
14:91.
I can tell you its confirmed result now. Agathe Guillemot is the winner with 2:10.77. Myriam Sanoune 2:13.67, that's 1-2 for France, and Michelle, who followed them home in a personal best, taking just under a second off her best in 2:14.91. Personal best a bit further down for another Dutch runner, on van der Wiel. Personal best as well for Marieke Esselink. Good run from Esselink, taking about 5 seconds off her best. Well, it's a tall order, and it's going to require some strange things to happen for her to stay in second position, but that is an excellent run to finish the heptathlon for Esselink, and I'm sure she's on course for a personal best tally.
Marieke Esselink 2:20.33, Anaël Ndiabou-Diapa 2:20.44, Andrea Medina 2:25.39, Sandra Revlin 2:26.69, Michelle Palmer 2:27.82, and Sandra Jacquemel 2:34.92.
Офіційні результати першого забігу 800 метрів жіночого семиборства, який виграла Агат Гюмо із Франції, 2 хвилини 10,77 секунди. До речі, було встановлено 4 особистих рекорди і 6 найкращих результатів сезону дівчатами.
Estonia, Belarus, Ukraine and Great Britain and Northern Ireland to take the stage.
І представниця Нідерландів Мішель
Looking at Esselink, who was lying in second place in the individual heptathlon just before that race. Well, she has a best of 5,646 points, and I'm fairly sure she's going to have added a few points to that. She's been very consistent, set a whole spate of personal bests as well during the course of the last 2 days. Consistent in the other events when she hasn't set personal bests. In terms of overall depth, perhaps the heptathlon not quite as strong as the decathlon, where we're looking at 3 and maybe more men going over 8,000 points. So this is the lineup for the second heptathlon, with athletes from Belarus, Ukraine, Great Britain and Estonia on the start line. Looking at Darina Sloboda. Well, it's going to take a lot to defeat Darina Sloboda, second fastest athlete out of the 2 heats with that 209.63 that she ran recently. Highly likely she's going to go for broke and try and get well into well over 6,000 points. Sloboda has a personal best of 6,104.
Іспанка Кармен Рамос 2:20:33,
She can run 2:09. She could get very close to that personal best.
2:25:39, Сандра Родлін
Sloboda
2:26.
5,320.
69,
32 points.
Баумер 2:27. 83 і Сандра Чекмайер, Франція 2:34:92. Ну і на старт другого забігу виходять найсильніші семиборки і найсильніші команди, між якими
See Sloboda leading the way. 2:10 is worth 965 points.
Європи з легкоатлетичних багатоборств Суперліга. Отже, у другому забігу стартують збірна України,
Sloboda,
Британії та Білорусі.
let's just say for the point of argument, bang on
So here we go
6,200
for
points.
second heat, and of course the
Needs to
second
be close to her personal best to extend that personal best streak to the heptathlon. I think she's well on the way to taking this
that means
title.
Estonia, Belarus, Ukraine, and Great Britain, including all top favorites in the individual ranking. That means Darina Sloboda, who's first, running for Ukraine, of course. Katie Stenton, who's third.
Second
Irina
fastest.
Rosabeketova, who's fourth.
800-meter runner in this race is Katie Stainton.
And Rima Bunyenko.
Well, Stainton at the moment is in third place in the heptathlon.
Fifth in the individual standings.
Отже, у другому забігові представлено
Stainton herself could well be on the course for a personal best.
перед останнім видом
I just
семиборства.
scored just fractionally shy of 6,000 points, but her personal best
перед останнім
at the
видом
moment,
Дарина Слобода, Україна.
5,873 points.
232 очки. Найцікавіше,
So a good run from
що
Stainton. Could
Дарина
see
має
her
найвищий
over
показник
5,900 points.
700 метрів серед
Maybe even just
учасниць
touching
першого
6,000
забігу.
points, which would
І
be
особистий рекорд,
very nice
проведений
breakthrough for the
нинішнього
British
сезону,
athletes.
складає 2 хвилини 9,63 секунди. Звісно, компанію Дарині складають і Ірина Рофе-Бекетова, котра зараз знаходиться на 4-й позиції, 4991 очко, і Ріма Гордієнко-Буйненко, 4956 очок. Також Кейті Стейтон, Велика Британія, котра на цей момент
I can tell you that Esselink's total is 5,905 points, so good personal best there for Esselink.
So we're almost ready to start, and it will be especially a fight between Staten and Esseling for the second and third place, and of course the two Ukrainians, Rofebeketova and Bunyenko,
Esselink's previous
can
best,
still think
5,646
about
points, so
being
she's
on the
added
podium, but it will be very
well over
hard for them
200 points to
because,
her best.
Katie Staten
After 2 days of
is
competition.
really confident about her skills in 800 meters, and she has a personal best 2:13. But the best
There's Ellen
runner
Barber,
with the best
another of the
time this
British
year is
quartet
the
in
leader,
this event.
Darina Sloboda, with her time under 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So this is
Sloboda.
what we should see. We should see
Alongside
Darina
Kristela
Sloboda
Jurkatan
lead.
from Estonia.
Katie Stenton should be around the second place.
See the tall, thin figure of Hanna Nalepa at the front, in the front echelon for Ukraine, alongside her Mary Clout McCall.
Just a few seconds to the start, so
Anna
we're waiting
May
for the
Weichler,
exact
Estonian
time
in the front
of
echelon.
the start.
That's
This
Joe
race
Rowland.
should be 5:45.
Side Irina Beketova. Fourth and fifth were Rof Beketova and Bunyenko before this race, but just too much to make up, I think, on Esselink and Stainton to get into the top three. They're not good 800-metre runners comparatively. Neither Rof Beketova nor Bunyenko have ever broken 220. But going to the four straight away, she's going to run this on her own, and it looks like Stainton following, using her as a pacemaker. It's Sloboda and Stainton. Already 10 metres between the leading pair and the two behind them. Ukraine and Great Britain. It's 1 and 2 in the individual competition. Looking well on the way. This is Sloboda
from Great Britain.
Running very, very well at this stage. Stainton extremely well, not throwing in the towel. So 60.90. Very good run indeed. That's very quick for a
One last
heptathlon.
lap, and Katie Stainton is going over Darina Sloboda. That's a big
Both of these
surprise,
women
but
looking
Darina
at personal
Sloboda
best
should be
times by a
okay.
very big
She's got
margin.
a really
Stainton
big
now
lead,
just going round
150 points.
Sloboda. Stainton
Katie Stainton
heading for
should run
home, changing
very, very
gear.
fast.
Still almost just over 200 metres to go, but now Stainton leaving Sloboda for dead. Well, it's going to take quite some run for Stainton to make up the 200 points in this sort of race that Sloboda has over her rival going into the 800 metres with 6 events done, just this one to go. But Stainton really giving it everything, pouring it on, not throwing in the towel at all, not settling for second place. Now she's just starting to tread water very slightly. Sloboda behind her, just closing the gap very slightly. But it's going to be Stainton, who takes a massive margin off her personal best. 4 seconds off her personal best. Sloboda just a couple of seconds back, so she's definitely the heptathlon winner. It's going to be interesting to see how close to her personal best it is. I don't think there's going to be much in it as far as Sloboda's concerned, but I'm pretty sure that's 6,000 points for Katie Stainton for the first time in her life. So congratulations to both Darina Sloboda, who takes the heptathlon title here in Lutsk on home soil, but also many plaudits indeed to Katie Stainton. A fine battling 2 days of competition.
From Katie Stainton.
Plenty of personal bests in those 7 events, in the high jump, in the long jump, and also in the 800 metres.
And we're waiting for confirmed official results to.
Well, of course, that's going to be a very valuable addition as well to the team standings. 2 men's events still to be concluded. The heptathlon's over now, so the women can rest. They can go and sit in the stands and cheer on their male teammates. What a terrific finale to the heptathlon that was, though. And Katie Stainton can barely believe it. She has had, literally and metaphorically, the 800 metres race of her life. Well, the Belarusians, they're still very much in contention for a place on the podium in the team championships. A lot will depend as well. I mean, the Estonian men are going very well indeed.
Сил було віддано дівчатам. Давайте привітаємо і збірну Білорусі, і Великої Британії, і Естонії, і звичайно швейцарців, звичайно національну збірну команду України. Дівчата, ми чекаємо вас всіх на флеш-інтерв'ю.
Darina Sloboda has got the Ukraine flag draped around her shoulders, deservedly so. Just waiting for confirmation of the points tally. By my rough estimate,
we are
she's
still waiting for
around
the
200 points
confirmation of the
clear
time.
of Katie Stainton. Perhaps the decisive event, the javelin, Sloboda getting a personal best of over 42 metres in the javelin. Stainton, 4 metres adrift.
Отже, громада, дійсно, ви бачите, ось вона, четвірка наших дівчата, ми чекаємо вас сюди на флеш-інтерв'ю, аби весь стадіон, вся країна і вся Європа побачили вас, привітали вас і вшанували ваші зусилля, котрих ви доклали сьогодні. Поверх самих Вінниця, аби сьогодні дійсно всі ми стали співучасниками і вашої звитяги. Дівчата, прошу вас сюди на флеш-інтерв'ю, аби ми всі побачили і почули вас. Зараз світлини, пам'ятні фото на командному чемпіонаті Європи з багатоборства у Луцьку 2019 року. Це вперше в історії, коли наша держава бере участь як домівка чемпіонату Європи змагань найвищого штибу. Бачите, Даша Слобода загорнута в прапор України. Бачите, Рима Бойненко, Гордієнко. Їх мати всіх змогу бачити отут, от на великій плазмі, аби вшанувати. Да, ви дали всі сили, ми це все чудово розуміємо. І ми вклоняємося вам до землі, що ви робите нашу країну щасливішою, успішнішою і спортивнішою, адже такі, як ви, спортсмени, це наша гордість, це наша збірна, це наша країна, і це ваш шанс сказати їм дякуємо! Дякуємо, дівчата! Дякуємо вам за все! А вам,
Just behind her, Darina Sloboda, 2:12.20, and that takes her tally on to 6:165.
Дуже вам дякуємо за підтримку. Насправді складалася у нас дуже важка боротьба, але дякуємо всім глядачам, які зібралися на цьому стадіоні. Дякуємо всім, що нас підтримували.
Ой, я дуже щаслива, що ми завершили. Сподіваюся, що ми допомогли команді зайняти призове місце. Дякую всім, хто в нас вірив і підтримував нас.
Ну, трошки, то неважливо. Я дякую всім за підтримку. Ми це зробили. Єй!
Спасибо всем за поддержку, вы нам очень помогли. Я такой поддержки на своей памяти еще не помню. Спасибо вам большое.
Це половина нашої команди, дівчата, найкраща, найкрасивіша половина. Подивіться на них, вшануйте і ще раз дайте оплесків. Спасибі Україна, спасибі Європа, спасибі всім командам. Ми продовжуємо, адже дівчата закінчили, а чоловіки ще тільки розпочинають свій фініш у другому дні чемпіонату Європи. З легкоатлетичного багатоборства командний чемпіонат у Луцьку вперше в історії незалежної України. Ми гостюємо, ми як домівка, ми приймаємо ці змагання. І Європа, це для тебе, аби ти знала, що кожен з вас може почуватися в Україні як вдома. Серце Волині це довело. Ваші оплески, громадо, ваші оплески і ваша підтримка.
Having a few problems shouting over our infield announcer, Slava Vada.
І попросити її здійняти прапор над її головою. 6165 очок. І вона стає переможницею індивідуального заліку у жіночому синоборстві. Дарина Слобода.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Darina Sloboda with 6,165 points. She is the winner of the individual standings. And the second place goes to Katie Stainton with 6,029 points for her to Great Britain.
So there's confirmation of the heptathlon standings. Darina Sloboda, personal best 6:165. Katie Stainton, personal best 6,029 points. Marika Esselink, personal best
Third place goes to
5,905. All top
Marijke
five,
Esseling,
3 competitors taking personal best.
5,905 points.
And Irina Bekatova and Munienko make it 3 Ukrainians in the top 5. A full spate of personal best further down that list as well. Michelou, personal best there in 6th place, 5,669 points. First time Buda's been over 5,600 points. Just slipping back over the final 2 events, had a dreadful javelin, took her out of top 3 contention, and El Nievo Japper, but I'm sure we'll see more from the French woman in the years to come. Great talent once she gets that javelin sorted out. There's the rest of the list. Mary-Claude McCall contributing to the Estonian total, not least with that fantastic javelin throw 2 events ago of 15.05. There we see down in 23rd place, winner of the first heat of the 800 meters, Agatha Gulamots. And there are the final standings, all 30 women who completed this pentathlon.
So it's over for the women, but it's not over, of course,
well,
for the
interestingly,
men.
Vaikala and Jyrkatan not scoring too well for the Estonians. How big an impact that's going to have on the combined events team championship? Well, we'll have to see. We have the javelin coming up very shortly, followed by the 1500 meters for men, the conclusion and the finale of these European combined events team championships coming to you from Lutsk. There we go, after 15 events, 2 men's events still to go. Belarus have just nipped into the lead. 35,590 points, just 15 points ahead of Estonia. But the Estonian men are sure to pack in the points. Great Britain, Northern Ireland, still very much in contention. Just 60 points further back from Estonia, 35,515 points. Ukraine, well, it's going to be difficult for them to get on the podium now. We know that their strength was in the women's events. They're in 4th, 35,402 points. But it could all just come down to those final 2 events. Ukraine and even Spain. Well, Spain drifting back a little bit, but Spain are just not entirely out of it just yet. But it is looking as though the battle for supremacy, judging from personal bests, judging from what their 3 leading athletes have recorded, will come down to Belarus and Estonia, Great Britain, Northern Ireland and Ukraine battling for the bronze.
На другій позиції команда Естонії. 35,575 очок, тобто естонці поступаються білорусам лише 25 очками. На третій позиції збірна Британії 35,515 очок і британці поступаються естонцям 60 очками. На четвертій позиції збірна України 35,402 очки. Збірна Іспанії 5-те місце 34,864 очки. Французи на 6-й позиції 34,718 очок. 7-ті представники Швейцарії 32,231 очко.
So what is the change in the team competition before we count the javelin and before the 1500 meters? It's now Belarus in the lead, 35,590, and 15 points behind them only is Estonia. So it's only 15 points difference between Belarus and Estonia now. 3rd place for Great Britain, but not too far. Great Britain at this moment losing only 75 points to the leading Belarus. So the top 3 teams very close. Ukraine 4th, 35,402, losing 13 points to Great Britain. 5th place goes to France. To Spain. 6th place goes to France. 7th for Switzerland. But we still have many points to come, so nothing is decided, especially for the top 3 teams. We are about to open the javelin performance for the group number 2 with Andrew Murphy from Great Britain. His personal best from this year is 53.20.
So after the excitement of the concluding event in the heptathlon, we now switch our attention to the men and the second group in the javelin. Christian Rosenberg, who's having a very fine competition indeed, looking well on his way to scoring over 8,000 points. As flings the javelin out to just a bit shy of 50 metres. Rosenberg, personal best, about 10 metres better than that.
Rosenberg can throw behind 50 metres, so this first attempt was not quite satisfying for him. The next one, Vitaly Zhuk, currently
Vitaly Zhuk, best of 66 metres. Now that is significantly further than his main rivals for the individual decathlon crown.
His personal best is over 66 metres, but this year only 58.
Over 60 metres would do him handsomely.
But this is huge. This is over 60.
Could that be
this is over 60
the decathlon winning throw? It's a more than competent 1500 metre runner. Best of 4:30 and a few hundredths. Well, there's a few other throwers who've got better than 60 metres in this field. That could be a very, very useful throw indeed. Paper Zhuk is the best thrower in this competition. Already seen him get personal bests in the shot put and the discus over the last 2 days. This is Yannick.
He's the best javelin thrower in the field, and it's huge from him. He is huge.
Well, that's a great
this
throw
should
from
be close
Iglana.
to 70 meters. His personal best is 71.73. This year 69 exactly. So let's wait.
Yannick Iglana, все ще чинний переможець командного чемпіонату Європи з
2 years ago in Tallinn, probably just a bit too far off the pace here, lying down in 7th before this penultimate event. It's 6,394 points. This is the man leading at the moment, 6,717 points.
Michael Uibo.
Oh, that's a good throw. That's well over 60 meters.
His performance over 60 meters. It looks like 63,
well,
64.
The battle is on between Uibo and Zhuk, that's for sure.
This is from both of the Estonians. Yannick Iglana, 68.59. That means 868 points. And now for Michael Uibo, waiting for the measuring 63.05.
Let's bring you up to date. Obana's throw was 68.59 worth 868 points. Ubo 63.05, 784. And Zhuk 61.11, 755 points. And then Ubo, Zhuk. As well as Rosenberg very tightly. There's 3 points covering the top 3 in the decathlon.
Over 50 meters.
Well, Andrew Murphy.
Ben Gregory.
Sorry, I should say Ben Gregory. A little more modest.
19.
Just over 50 meters.
19th position, 5,952 points. He has to watch Ukrainians, Adamchuk and Malavlovets, and Risto Lilimets from Estonia. These guys are ahead of him in the standing.
Julien Olivas, who we've seen do so well in the pole vault, getting a personal best in that last event, just fouling out.
Red flag frame, so no measurement of that. Eduard Michan from Belarus, this year 53 meters, the javelin. And Michan, the overall standing.
Edward Michan, twice a runner-up in this competition in 2013 and 2014. Not quite at that same level.
Едуард Міхан, це найкращий показник 2019 року. І 57.10. Особистий рекорд білоруського атлета. Недалеко за 50-метрову позначку, втім, проба вдала і залікові очки Едуард Міхан вже може записати до свого активу. Аксель Убер.
Michan getting 51.18 as we watch Axel Uber. Uber is a very good thrower indeed, over 68 meters at his best. Nice technique, that's flying out.
So it's another
63,
over
64
60
meters.
throw from Axel Uber. Axel Uber in the overall standing 11.
Ця спроба може вивести Акселя на другу чи на третю позицію в змаганнях саме в секторі для метання спису. 63-21, і він пересувається одразу на другу позицію за Яником Оуклане і відсовує на третю сходинку естонця Майкла.
63.21.
The next one
He
to
doesn't look
throw
happy
is
with it.
Andrei Kravchenko from
Such solid
Belarus.
performance, he can
He also
come
can
back and
throw
really give it everything.
over 60
Well,
meters.
Kravchenko, a few years since he threw over 68 meters, but he's thrown over 61 meters this year. That drops.
Невдала технічно, але все ж таки залікова спроба у виконанні чемпіона Європи Андрія
Slightly
Кравченка.
more towards the 50-meter line than the 60 line for the 2:14 European Decathlon champion.
61 метр 70 сантиметрів його результат на особистий рекорд взагалі надзвичайно високий 68 метрів і 11 сантиметрів. Все ж таки, зважаючи на перерву, яку мав білоруський атлет у своїй кар'єрі, змагальній і тренувальній кар'єрі, сьогодні Андрій повертається на європейську арену з надзвичайно високими для себе показниками.
Takes the spear in his hand. Lane has a personal best of 52.88. He's been very close to that this year. A few very minor running repairs. You can see his stats. Going around the 52-meter mark fairly consistently. Oh, that's a very, very good throw. Whoa! That looks like he's added the best parts of 6.5 metres onto his best. Terrific throw from Lane, just shy of the 60-metre line.
Because until now he's got
just remember, the battle commencing between Ukraine and Great Britain and Northern Ireland for a place on the podium. It's looking as though the battle for gold is between Belarus and Estonia. 59.89, more than 7 metres further than he's ever thrown before. Another 60-metre plus thrower, Bastien Ozil. He's had a good year with the throws. Other events not gone so well. He's improved his bests in the discus and the javelin.
So it was
just shy of 60 metres, about 58.
Best for John Lane, 59.89, by almost 7 metres at this moment. So probably he's been hiding all months before this competition, just doing some javelin trainings.
You see on the advertising hoarding, Ozil gets 57.39, but I was going to draw your attention, probably already noticed it, that we have the match, the inaugural Europe versus USA outdoor match coming up in Minsk on the second weekend of September, the 9th and 10th of September. The last major athletics meeting before the IWF World Championships in Doha, which commence at the end of September. He's noticed the Belarus flag behind him. So Yuri Yaremich, who had such a good pole vault, cleared a personal best of 5:20. That was an outstanding competition in global terms, not just European terms. Yaremich, good throw around the 55-metre mark.
It's a personal best for Yaremich, so this was somewhere to 54 maybe.
Yaremich's personal best, 59.30. That's a good starting point.
And we go for the second one, opening it with Andrew Marfrey.
Yaremich, man who's got a good second day.
Yannick Iglane with
currently lying 5th overall in the decathlon, possibly just too far away to get in contention for a top 3 position.
Which can be around 80 points in total.
Worth just remembering that Bulgaria through 58.01. He currently has 7,309 points. And you're also looking at a total he just fouls his throw, not as good as his opener. And you're also looking at over 8,000 points. Rosenberg is falling shy of 50 metres.
17 сантиметрів.
Rosenberg.
Christian Rosenberg.
Be measured.
48.17.
First round throw of 48.17.
47.37. So Rosenberg stays far behind Yannick Iglane.
Rosenberg doesn't improve with that last throw, 47.37. So he's running 9 event total. Is 7,277 points. 32 points behind Arenya at the moment.
Покращує показник свого першого раунду. Нагадаю, що в першій спробі Віталій показав результат 61 метр 11 сантиметрів.
So Vitaly Zhuk is getting close to his personal best. 61.11 in the first round.
64.19. That's a good improvement for Zhuk.
More points. 801 points from this. And let's wait
So
for
that's
Yannick Iglane.
7,515 on the running total for Zhuk.
Other massive throw.
Єдиний у цьому секторі, котрий вже долав позначку 70 метрів, 71 метр, 73 сантиметри. Особистий рекорд Яника.
Oh, another massive throw. 68.59 in the previous round.
It was 68.59.
Liner has thrown over 70 meters in his time. 71.73.
Much far. It will be very similar to that, around 67 maybe. 66.24 in the second round.
Slightly shy of his first round.
And now, Michael Uibo. Very important throw for the individual standings. 63.05 in the first round.
Uibo just falls short of 60 meters with that. So not as good as his first round throw.
Значно гірше від першої, і поки що з показником 63 метри 5 сантиметрів. Він залишається на 4-й позиції у своїй підгрупі. Для Майкла Уйбо, звісно, важливо зробити якомога більше відрив від своїх суперників саме у цьому виді, а якщо бачити ще й на те, що Яник Iglane може підтягтися суттєво після 9-го виду чоловічого десятиборства.
Over 50 meters for Gregory.
Приблизно так само, як і в першій спробі, де Грегорі показав результат 50 метрів 62 сантиметри. Але кожен сантиметр, кожне очко дуже важливе у підсумку. У загальному заліку для атлета боротися до останнього сантиметра. І ось вам доказ.
50.62, and that's a 5 centimeter improvement.
Бен Грегорі, але тим не менш
Julian Olivas fouled his first attempt.
Кілька очок до свого активу.
Connects much better with that.
Виконання якого перша спроба була невдалою, все ж таки робить залікову спробу.
$49.93, so useful performance from Olivas. Best just over 54 meters, 54.50. This is Edward Mikan. 51.18 with his first throw. Has thrown 57 meters in his career, but that was a few years ago.
57-10 особистий рекорд атлета, 53 в сезоні і лише 51-18 у першій спробі. І знову недалеко за 50-метрову позначку у виконанні білоруського атлета Едуарда Міхана.
Michan not really getting behind it.
So that was Edward Michan.
50-56. Now, Krauchenko, he failed his first round throw. He is a 60-meter plus thrower.
But it's not, it's Andrei Krauchenko.
Перша незарахована спроба була у чемпіона Європи 2014 року Андрія Кравченка. І під 60-метрову позначку зараз робить свою спробу Андрій. Цього сезону він мав показник 61-70. І тим не менш, зараз дуже важлива спроба у виконанні
decathletes would like to emulate.
ризикувати, щоб намагатися послати спис якомога далі, але
58-98 though for Krauchenko. As we look now at John Lane, who improved his best by 7 meters with his first round throw.
Щоб просто записати очки до свого активу, 58-98 це досить непоганий і високий результат, і 723 очки.
John Lane, a big personal best in the first round.
Quite as far, that's more
in the
like
second,
his previous throws over the course of the summer.
It's harder to overcome.
Just to give you an update, I've been scribbling some notes while these second rounds javelins have been concluded, and at the moment the running total of the event leader is Vitaly Zhuk with 7,515 points. 14 points back, Michael Ubo, 7,001 points, and in third place at the moment it's Christian Rosenberg, a bit far back because his javelin has not been so good, 7,377 points. But also entering the equation, Arenya, 7,309 points, and Voiglana with that massive javelin throw, still not completely out of contention, 7,262 points. Zhuk, Weibo, more or less as good as each other over 1,500 meters.
And now we go to close the second round with Yuri Yaremich.
No improvement.
53-81
for Ozil.
In the first round.
57-39 in the previous round. Just coming back to what I was talking about, this 1,500 meters, which will include all 3 Ukrainians and Zhuk. It looks like Spain may be in the first heat. It's going to be absolutely thrilling. It's going to be a nail-biting conclusion to these championships as far as the decathlon's concerned. You have to say Estonia probably have got the edge in the battle for the European Combined Events Team Championship.
Personal best, and this is around 57 meters. So
nevertheless, Yaremich doing his best to keep Belarus in contention in that battle for the gold in the team championships, as is his teammates Michan and Krauchenko. Bear in mind, Belarus, since it became a combined events team championship, have never been on the podium. 57-44 for Yaremich. Well, that's a big improvement, over 3 meters. Andrew Murphy, 51-32 in his first round, foul. Murphy starts proceedings at the top of the third round. Just shy of 50 meters, so no improvement for Murphy.
Andrew Murphy in his last throw in the competition. Not an improvement for him, So here we go for the top squad. Here we go for Christian Rosenberg, who really needs to add some centimeters to his 48.17.
So Rosenberg,
because he has to go over 50.
got a best of 61.65. Has struggled in the javelin with shoulder problems and back problems in the past. And he does look very tentative in the run-up. Maybe 2 days of
And he's over 50.
taking its toll, but he's over 50 meters. That does make a difference, that's for sure.
Десь близько до свого найкращого результату нинішнього сезону, який у Крістіана Розенберга становить 52 метри
52 meters maybe.
52.37 this season. But most important for him is the improvement.
Tense moments for Rosenberg.
Because he's
He's going to make a big contribution to Estonia's
51.70 for Christian Rosenberg. Let's see.
combined events total. 51.70 for Rosenberg.
65 очок додав Крістіан Розенберг до свого попереднього результату.
And Vitaly Zhuk and his last throw, not better than the previous one. 64 and 19.
Vitaly Zhuk, possibly a little bit disappointed. Personal best in the shot and the discus. Probably hoping to make it a hat trick. Throw over 68 meters.
Season best,
Nevertheless, he's going to go into the 1500 meters in front, possibly.
I guess he'll be fine.
64.19 for Zhuk in the second round. 61.43. Iglana, a massive throw, 68.59
And Yannick Iglana,
in
the
the
top
first round.
javelin thrower,
Starting to get a little bit
68.59
cool.
in the first
There
round.
is a helpful
Can he do some more?
headwind for the javelins to keep it lofted afloat as they fly across the turf. Very quickly.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's over 70
Absolutely
meters.
massive
Yannick
throw
Iglana,
from Yannick
fantastic.
Iglana. That's got to be over
Probably
70
new personal
meters.
best, but let's
Personal
wait
best
for
of
the measuring.
71.73. I think that's under
70
challenge.
in the javelin.
That makes a huge difference. That brings him back into contention.
can
Just
move
remember, this
so
was
much up.
the winner.
70-61.
Well, not quite
Not
a personal best.
but it's over 70
Nobody's
meters.
going to beat that.
But let's wait for Michael Weibo. He really needs also some
So that
good
takes
meters,
his running
some
total
good
along to 73.93. Takes Oilana up into third place.
It's under 16.
Weibo.
So Weibo goes to 63.05.
No improvement for Weibo. So he remains 14 points behind Zhuk as they go into the last event. 14 points, roughly about 2 seconds. 4:30 gets you 745 points. 4:37 gets you 699 points. 15 points, basically two and a half seconds difference on the track. That's what Michael Ubo has to make up on Vitaly Zhuk. There's going to be a battle royal behind them between Oilana and Rosenberg for the third place in the decathlon. Guerreño will be running on his own and then biting his nails, as Spain almost certainly will be going in the first heat.
And the massive throw from Yannick Iglana can move him before the 1500 meters to the 5th spot in the overall standing. He will probably skip off John Lane and Yuri Jaremic, and maybe he could skip Jorge Ureña.
Olivas,
So he
France.
can really fight for the 4th spot
Olivas
in the overall
foul,
standing.
followed by 49.93. don't think that's an improvement, just short of 50 meters.
Французький атлет залишається на 13-й позиції у цій групі. Його найкращий показник був 49 метрів 93 сантиметри. І швидше за все таким і залишиться 588 очок. Це запише до свого активу.
49.27, so just shy of his second round. Those finishes with 49.93. Eduard Mikan. Well, Mikan 51.18 in the first round. We're hoping to throw a little bit better. One last chance, one last attempt for the Belarusian. Finished second in the decathlon at these European Combined Events Team Championships in 2:13, 2:14. Only just turned 30, seems to be in around forever. Still probably got a couple of years at the top flight of European combined events.
And his final throw in the competition
is around 51 meters.
The best one, around 52
just be a very slight improvement on his first round.
Вдається Едуардові додати, але почекаємо офіційний результат. Зараз у нього спробу, яку він мала б 606 очок на 51 метр 18 сантиметрів.
52.30, so it is his best throw of the three that he's allowed.
52.30 і одразу
Axel Huber. John Lane just getting a bit anxious. It is indeed Axel Huber who's next to throw.
Едуард Міхар. Axel Huber, Франція.
Axel Huber, 63.21 in the first round.
Axel Huber.
Huber has thrown over 68 meters this summer. Well, that just dropped short and he walks over. It looked as though it was going to drift over the 60-meter line, but then dipped very sharply at the end of its trajectory.
63.22 stays the same.
Just to step over the line.
The best result for Axel Huber.
Second foul in a row.
So
but it has 63.20.
786 points. And now we go for John Lane, improving his personal best to 59.89 at this moment. But he really needs to get some more points because Yannick Uglane.
So Lane was lying in 6th place prior to the start of this javelin.
This is good, but not as good as the first one. So 59.89 stays John Lane.
Better
and we
apart
have
from his first round throw than he's ever done before.
To do
doesn't need to look
Zeo
too downcast.
Yuri Jaremic.
Been around a long time, John Lane. Tested a couple of Commonwealth Games for England. So 30 years of age, he's finding his best form in the javelin. 57 meters exactly. Bastien Ozil. Penultimate thrower in this competition. Has thrown over 65 meters. He's rather short of that today. 57.39 to beat. Oh yes, that's an excellent throw from Ozil. 62 meters. Ozil lying 13th at the start of this competition. That'll move him up a place or two.
Finally happy with his throw. Bastien Ozil over 60 meters.
No, doesn't look too happy with his throw, but finishes with
60 meters in this competition.
62.
And what's the result for him?
62 something, I think.
62.70 for Bastien Ozil. And
bringing the
javelin thrower
9th
this
event in the decathlon to a close, it's Yuri Jaremic. 57.44 in the second round for Jaremic.
57.44 from a second
bit less
round.
than 2 meters short of his personal best. So Jaremic has had a good second day, not least that pole vault a short while ago when he cleared 5 meters 20, a personal best.
особистий рекорд якого 59:30.
Yes,
Well,
it's going to
that's
be
certainly an
even better
improvement.
than
Might not be
the
quite a
second
personal best,
throw. This is going to
but
be
it's better than
probably
the second round,
over
57.44.
59 meters.
Sort of slightly skips into the last few strides.
Саме такий вигляд має боротьба до останнього і боротьба за кожне очко у
That's about 59 meters. Might just be a new personal best. 59.16, no, 14 centimeters short of his personal best. Nevertheless, a good way to finish this competition for Yaremic. Good points for the Belarusian. They all help in this battle with Estonia for gold at the European Combined Events Team Championships here in Lutsk.
Для того, щоб можливо утриматися поближче до трійки, до призової трійки лідерів чоловічого багатоборства. Отже, змагання з метання спису, тобто усі 9 дисциплін чоловічого багатоборства у нас закінчилися, і у у підгрупі, котра щойно закінчила свої змагання, ми маємо результати значно вищі, аніж у підгрупі номер 1. Атлетів показали
javelin. Ulana 70.61, absolutely massive performance from the Estonian. Vitaly Shuk, very useful 64.19. Axel Hubert third with 63.21. Michael Weibo 63.05, that's the top four. Bastian Ozil with that last throw, 62.70. Running all the way down to Julian Olivas. Just remember that in the first group, Jorge Areño throw just over 58 meters. Factor all those in to give you a combined decathlon score after 9 events.
На шостій позиції Джон Лейн, який встановив особистий рекорд 59.89. І Юрій Яреміш, сьома позиція 59.
Very, very tight indeed between Vitaly Shuk and Michael Ubo at the top of the standings in the decathlon. I think Estonia will have put a bit of daylight between themselves and Belarus, though, in the combined event standings.
And here we have the overall standings after the
There we go, the decathlon.
So it's right now Vitaly Shuk in the lead with
Vitaly Shuk leads the way, 7,515 points. 14 points ahead of Michael Ubo, 7,501 points. Christian Rosenberg holds third place at the moment with 7,329. But Jorge Areño, who's running in the first heat of the 1,500 meters, just 20 points behind Rosenberg. A massive throw by Ulana also brings him into contention for a top 3 podium position in the decathlon. He's moved up to 5th, 7,293 points. So that does look like Estonia going to put some significant daylight between themselves and Belarus at the top of the combined event standings, with just one event, the men's 1,500 meters at the end of the decathlon to come.
With Vitaly Shuk and Michael Ubo,
Andrei Krachanka, 9th, just over 7,000 points for the venerable Belarusian 2014 European champion. Pavlo Trescoli, well, weak javelin, moved down, steadily down after the last couple of events. That's good. Decathlon for Trescoli. Seen a lot of Ben Gregory in the last couple of events. Good javelin, good pole vault. Still in 19th place though, the Briton. You see there Ukraine's problem. They are not going to defend the title short of a miracle. 3 men in the competition, 17th, 18th and 20th. Points adrift of their Belarusian and Estonian rivals. So 16 events, 1 event to go. Estonia lead the way with 37,872 points. So that's 33 points ahead of Belarus. Not much difference at all. Great Britain, Northern Ireland into third place, 37,460 points. Just over 200 points ahead of Ukraine. It's going to be a battle royal in the 1500 meters between Estonia and Belarus. But I have to say the Estonians are the favourites. Also a big battle for bronze between Great Britain, Northern Ireland and Ukraine.
На сьомій Джон Лейн, Велика Британія, 7150 очок, і у француза Акселя Уберта 7060 очок. На 9-й позиції Андрій Кравчанка 7006 очок, і всі спортсмени, котрі знаходяться нижче.
So while you digest those standings, we've got just under an hour before the first heat of the 1500 meters gets underway. 19:30 local time, the first heat gets underway, and that will consist of France, Spain and Switzerland. No Dutchmen in the 1500 meters. And then 15 minutes later, the conclusion of the European Combined Events Team Championships Super League. The battle for the medals between Estonia, Belarus, Great Britain, Northern Ireland and Ukraine. That's going to be a thrilling finale. So 19:30 for the first event, first heat I should say, in the men's 1500 meters, the decathlon. The second heat, which will be the battle for the medals, coming 15 minutes later. So that gives me time, Phil Minchell, just to get a break for just over 45 minutes. Don't go away. This will be the conclusion of the European Combined Events Team Championships, coming to you from Lutsk.
It's like almost 400 points behind. Then there is Ukraine, 200 points behind Great Britain, France, Spain and Switzerland.
І перед останнім видом чоловічого десятиборства картинка нашого командного заліку має такий вигляд. На першій позиції збірна Естонії 37 872 очки. Лише 33 очки поступається команда Білорусі 37 839 очок. На третій позиції збірна Великої Британії і Північної Ірландії 37 460 очок, і збірна України поступається британцям більше аніж 200 очок. В нашому активі 37 252 очки. На п'ятій позиції збірна Франції, на шостій Іспанії, на сьомій Швейцарії.
Ну що ж, дорога громада, так буває в житті, найцікавіше залишається на останок. У нас менше як 60 хвилин, а може навіть і 50 з самою дещицею лишається до головного івенту цього дводення. 1500 метрів чоловіків. Фінальний забіг, який віншуватиме здобутки кожної з 8 найсильніших легкоатлетичних збірних Європи і може все переміксувати, адже у легкій атлетики, а це королева спорту, буває так, що все стається догори дригом, обертається тільки за кілька секунд. Я навіть можу навести приклади, що я навіть не буду їх наводити, я просто скажу на кілька десятих чи сотих долей секунди. Олімпійські ігри, чемпіонати світу, міжнародні турніри, таких прикладів знали по самі вінця. Тож буквально ось ці самі 50 з дещицею хвилин і роздадуть усім сестрам по кульчиках. То ми будемо з вами знати становище індивідуальне і командне на загал. Нагадаю, 8 найсильніших збірних команд Європи. Чемпіонат Європи з легкоатлетичного багатоборства. Командний у Луцьку, у самому серці Волині. Ваше місто приймає, слугує домівкою для змагань найвищого штибу у легкій атлетиці. Це дійсно круто, це вартує оплесків тих, хто зібрався на трибунах. Це раз. Дякуємо клінно. Ну а теза друга полягає у тім, що після того, коли на той великій плазмі, що на фронт вас знаходиться, ви побачите чи то пак переможців, а чи то
Може тим, хто бігати на другу, третю сходинку не знає, але точно ви побачите українських хлопців. Точно ви побачите наших українських спортивних героїв, котрі згуртуються для того, аби вшанувати вас. Всіх тих, хто на трибунах на стадіоні, перед телевізором, при інтернеті, при моніторах, неважливо, але підтримували, давали тепло, давали підтримку і давали розуміння, що український спорт, він послуговується увагою і підтримкою громади. Це дуже важливо, адже ми на шляхові до того, аби Європа знала, що європейці у нас як вдома, і європейські спортивні події найвищого штибу у нас в Україні почуваються абсолютно і самовільно як вдома. І ось це головне, що ми сьогодні з вами подивимося, на що ми з вами зробимо за увагу і погодів. Шануємо тут, на п'єдесталі пошани, який з'явиться після бігової події, яка віншуватиме знову ж таки цей другий день командного чемпіонату Європи. Шануємо трійко найсильніших збірних команд Європи з багатоборства на той момент, який настане опісля фінішу. Хто будуть ці люди? Тільки час і тільки королева спорту. І ось ця її доріжка дасть відповідь на таке питання. Але я впевнений, що ми з реакцією нашою, з нашим теплом і нашим шануванням не забарімося, а будемо підтримувати, будемо вболівати і будемо слухати гімн тієї держави, котра за правом вибере свою абсолютно чітку і усвідомлену можливість стояти десь приблизно тут. На першій сходинці п'єдесталу пошани, але буде ще й індивідуальне нагородження. В індивідуальному заліку теж може бути у чоловіків багато сюрпризів. Подивимося у жінок. Я підозрюю, якщо ви уважно слухали коментаторів нашої трансляції, ви вже знаєте, що буде чому аплодувати і буде кого знову ж таки вшановувати. Буде дуже цікавий вечір. Збираються вже такі надсутінкові хмаринки над Луцьком, але це означає одне єдине: нам простіше буде зараз трошечки абсолютно провести часу у музичній кампанії і дочекатися того самого моменту, коли стартовий постріл відправить на фініш 8 найсильніших команд Європи з чоловічої нашої комплектації командного чемпіонату у Луцьку. І ми з вами будемо мати можливість знати, як же все це завершиться. Філософське питання, але на нього дає відповідь тільки спортивна частина, це математика. Це секунди, і тих секунд залишається менше, як година, якщо на загальний залік хвилинний перевести, правда? Я звертаюся до наших звукопідтримувачів трансляції. Давайте виведемо красивий фейдер під ваші оплески. Знову ж таки, Волинь, серце і Луцьк приймає домівкою чемпіонату Європи. Це дійсно круто. У нас ще буде можливість робити дуже круті світлини отут церемонії нагородження, бо вона того вартуватиме. Дякую.
Дорога громада, ну що, кілька хвилин і вже на свій фінальний цього чемпіонату старт на останній вид 1500 метрів вийдуть чоловіки, представники тих самих 8 найсильніших команд Європи. Чемпіонат Європи, командний з легкоатлетичного багатоборства триває і вже, на жаль, майже добігає свого завершення. У серці Волині, у Луцьку, в Україні це перша в історії, принципово історична знаменна подія для нашої держави, але ви знаєте, найцікавіше, як завжди, у нас залишено на фінал. Бачите, чоловіки розминаються, ми можемо бачити підготовку, котра знову ж таки призведе до того, що вже о 19:30 хвилин всі вийдуть на старт, ваша увага буде прикута до стартового розпочатку, а на фініші, я сподіваюся, і ваші емоції додадуть сил атлетам, бо вони їх залишать всі абсолютно геть на фініші, там на тих номерах на перетині фінішної стрічки. А вже потім буде церемонія вшанування, медальна церемонія, коли можна буде доставати фотографічні камери в телефонних апаратах, чи де вони там у вас ще є, і фільмувати ті історичні світлини. Адже знову ж таки це вперше абсолютно буде нагороджена на волинській землі, на українських теренах переможця командного чемпіонату Європи з багатоборства. Буквально кілька хвилин сама тещиця. І ваші оплески, які будуть дуже потрібні. Не тільки оплески, а ще й тепло, енергетика всім представникам 8 найсильніших команд Європи.
Перед останнім видом чоловічого десятиборства збірна Естонії очолює командний залік. У її активі 37 872 очки. Збірна Білорусі тримається на другій позиції, британці на третій і з четвертими вийдуть збірна України. Саме такий вигляд буде мати фінальний забіг чоловічої 1500 метрівки. І у першому із забігів стартуватимуть десятиборці Франції, Іспанії і Швейцарії. 3 команди, які посідають місця з 5-го по 7-е місце.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stadium. Here we go for the last part of this year's European Combined Events Team Championships Super League. Because there is just one event, 1500 meters man, and it will be done the same way as the ladies 800 meters. So we're gonna see the teams running. In the first heat, there will be France, Switzerland, Spain, and of course, yes, Switzerland, France, and Spain, only 3 teams, of course, because we have 7 men's teams. And in the second one, there are the top teams fighting for the lead in the team competition. So that means Belarus, Estonia, Great Britain, and Ukraine. It's also a big fight in between the top man for the overall individual standing win. But we will talk about it later before the second heat. Just it's good to know that in
well, welcome back to the European Combined Events Team Championship Super League, coming to you from Western Ukraine, the city of Lutsk. Well, those are the leading standings in the men's decathlon. Just one event to go in this decathlon and in the Combined Events Team Championships. That's the 1500 meters. Well, it's going to go in 2 heats. The first heat will contain the French, the Spanish and the Swiss. No Dutch in this heat. And then the main leading 1500 meters heat will have Belarus, Estonia, Great Britain, Northern Ireland and host Ukraine. That's really the battle for the medals unless something surprising happens. But, well, let's wait and see. At the moment, of course, Estonia have a slight advantage over Belarus and probably would be considered to be the favourite. Great Britain, Northern Ireland battling with Ukraine, the defending champions, for 3rd place on the podium. Well, Vitaly Zhuk just has a very, very slight advantage over Michael Weibo in the decathlon. Here we see some of the other standings. We're just rolling down through the standings. It's going to be no less than 25 men still running around the track in just a few minutes' time. Just see the long shot there, the men just out on the far corner, waiting to come into the stadium. This is the lineup, as I say. France, Switzerland and Spain are the teams in contention, all 4 men on the track for each of these countries. Well, 3 in the case of the Swiss, I have to say. They're missing one. 10 men on the track for this, the final event. So they've just come onto the track and they're away. Didn't waste any time. Jorge Ureña to the front for Spain, followed closely behind Pablo Trescoli. The numbers on their bibs denote the position of the team. Just behind them is the Frenchman, Julian Olivas. There's Ureña. Well, Ureña still has a chance of both a personal best and perhaps getting into the top 3. But he's going to have to run in excess of his personal best of 4:28. Not beyond the pale, but a tough task without a doubt. And Ureña, well, unofficially about 69 seconds for that first lap.
4 seconds needs Jorge Ureña. He needs to be faster than Christian Rosenberg in the next meet.
Trescoli.
So that's
well,
why
Trescoli
both of the
has a good personal best of 4:26.62.
To do it, to make
Paper.
because
He's the second fastest man in this race after Ureña. Ureña has got personal best of 4:24, but that was a couple of years ago. He's traditionally a couple more seconds slower than that in recent decathlons, but may want to raise his game. Ureña has a personal best of 8,123 points, 25 points, and went very close to that, just 2 points shy of that when he competed in Gotsis at the end of May. 8,123 points for Ureña when he finished 10th there in that famous Austrian multi-events meeting. Trescoli, well, 7,742 points. It's going to be close to his personal best for those weary bodies trudging around the track at the moment as they come through 800 metres in unofficially 2:22. Trescoli breathing deeply. Now Ureña gets up on his shoulder. Well, Ureña grimacing with the effort as they put a bit more distance between themselves and Julian Olivas, Frenchman. Well, he's about 10 seconds slower than the 2 Spaniards on paper, so he's having a good run at the moment, but it's going to be a tortuous last 500 metres for all of the 10 men in this race. So, bang on 1,000 metres and almost exactly 3 minutes. Ureña still working hard. Trescoli not able to help him, not able to pace him, but he's got his own goals. 3:19 as they go through and hear the bell. So they're probably looking at around a sub 4:30 pace, but will it be quick enough to get Ureña into the top 3? Now Trescoli picks up the pace, getting a second wind with 250 metres to go. Arenya overtaking on the inside. Driven on Spanish roads, that's a fairly common practice. Nevertheless, Arenya now starting to pull away from his taller, longer-legged compatriot. Just look at the effort etched all over the face of Arenya as he comes in just over. Well, they're both battling away here. This has been a superbly paced race from the pair of them. A great finish indeed. 4:24, 25, 26, unofficially 4:27. A photo finish to split them.
Season best, only 3 seconds behind his personal best. 4:27.5.
In addition to everything else, he's really laid down the gauntlet to the men coming in the faster heat. Arenya came into this last event with a total of 7,309 points, lying down in 4th place. Well, 4:28 is probably worth, well, he's probably worth about 760 points. So he's just going to be short of his personal best. Over 8,000, he'll total somewhere in the region of 8,060 points, just about 70 points short of his personal best. I'll give you confirmation over the exact timings shortly. But nevertheless, a very fine competition from Jorge Arenya, the European Indoor Heptathlon champion.
In his final score should be
javelin, that didn't let him down. His discus scored a personal best, but still a modest effort.
So don't take it for granted. We'll see
thrower by any stretch of the imagination.
Results. 8,073.
Probably been hoping for more points out of the long jump and the high jump yesterday.
Of points
might have been where his personal best disappeared or dissolved into the mists here that are just descending over the Avant-Garde Stadium.
But we don't know what time it was exactly. We have to wait for the confirmation of time. There could be slight changes between the announced time by us and the official timekeeping. Then we will announce the points for you.
Більше 10 хвилин є у Хорхе Арення. Мабуть, найнервозніших 10 хвилин.
Gulping down the air. It's always a brutal last event for these men. Some of them are sprinter jumpers, some of them better throwers, but none of them, very few of them perhaps, like the 1,500 metres coming at the end of 2 days of tough competition.
Випереджаючи Хорхе Аренію лише на 20 очок.
So we're still waiting, but
to be very slightly outside of his personal best, just by a few points. Nevertheless, a good performance by the Spaniards, who just got promoted from the first league 2 years ago.
Not just individual battle, but also a team battle, because the differences.
Congratulations from the team management.
Are very tight, so it's Estonia and Belarus.
Castillo
it's only
making up the trio of men who contested that final event, missing their fourth man, Jordan Bodan, who withdrew after 4 events yesterday. There we have confirmation. 4:27 exactly for Trescali, 4:27.06. Exactly the same points total, 764 for them. And Jesus Castillo came through strongly for 4:35.02. Castillo just outside his best over 3 3/4 laps of the track. Personal best though for the 2 Frenchmen behind them. Julian Olivas drifted back, but Olivas got a personal best of 4:36.63. Axel Huber, who excelled in so many events over the course of the last few days, 4:39.50.
So it's exactly how I said. It's 764 points for both of them. So the complete score for Jorge Ureña is 8,073
taking about 3 seconds off his best.
From this decathlon.
There's the full results, the last two men home, also Frenchmen, Bastien Ozil and Carly Mazeneuve.
4:27. That was the time Jorge Ureña ran. So
I can tell you that Jorge Ureña takes his total along to 8,073 points.
He cannot be. He must run, let's say, under 4:31.
So, 55 points just short of his personal best. Just shy of his personal best, Trescoli as well, just a handful of points.
764 очки отримує Jorge Ureña за свій результат, так само, до речі, як і Пабло Trescoli, і тут потрібно зробити кілька зауважень.
699 points for Trescoli, if my arithmetic is correct.
Крістіан Розенберг утримався на третій позиції. Йому потрібно буде показувати результат.
We do have to wait until the second heat, which will be coming up in just a minute or two.
4:30-4:31. Можливо,
Be a little bit surprising to see
it's better under 4:30.
Estonia or Belarus or Great Britain, Northern Ireland only finish with 2 men. Theoretically a possibility. There's the lineup for the second final heat, indeed the final action of these championships. Michael Ubo, we saw there, second place, 7,501 points. Vitaly Zhuk leading the way, the man who will be 10th in the lineup, 7,515 points. Also in the field, the 2 Estonians, Christian Rosenberg at the bottom there, number 15.
Приблизно 2,5 секунди повинен бути відіграти у своєму забігові Майкл Уйбо Віталія Жука для того, щоб стати переможцем командного чемпіонату Європи з легкоатлетичних багатоборств в індивідуальному залі.
Well, it looks like a battle between Zhuk and Ubo for primacy in the decathlon.
He needs to run his new personal best for 1,500 meters. And the difference between Vitaly Zhuk and Michael Ubo is now 14 points
for Rosenberg,
and that means around 2.5 seconds between them. So if Michael Ubo wants to be the first, he needs to run 2.5 seconds faster than Vitaly
Zhuk. 5 men in this
These
competition
are
over
the
8,000 points, which is a terrific standard for a decathlon at continental level. Just bear in mind that the competition 2 years ago in Tallinn just had 1 man over 8,000 points. That was the winner, Yannick Iglana, who set what was then a personal best of 8,160. Ubo and Zhuk on course for totals in excess of that. Rosenberg, well, Rosenberg almost certainly will go over 8,000 points for the first time in his life.
Ось тут, саме на цій дистанції, у цьому останньому забігу нашого чемпіонату, командного чемпіонату
Just looks a little bit tired, a little bit lackluster in the javelin.
на останніх метрах. Переможець і індивідуального заліку. Ну і звісно, визначатиметься команда переможець усіх.
The Estonians, perhaps favourites to take the team title. Not much difference between themselves and Belarus.
Великої Британії та України. Саме в такому порядку, як я назвала їх, вони посідають зараз сходинки з 1-ї по 4-ту у загальнокомандному заліку, виходять на старт заключного забігу командного чемпіонату Європи з легкоатлетичних багатоборств.
So it's Estonia, Belarus,
33 points between Estonia and Belarus. You have to say that the advantage looks to be with the Estonians if they run to form.
Just a few seconds to the start. Only 30 points between
Northern Ireland,
Estonia and Belarus in the team competition.
Just under 400 points behind the Belarusians in third place.
Exactly 33 points in between them. So it's going to be tough.
So 192 points ahead of the Ukraine.
So is it about
Ukraine? Well, they've been struggling for points on the men's side. They're women without doubt the force in the heptathlon with 3 women in the top 5.
Do we prefer
they lost
Estonia as a team winning
Kazyanov yesterday after 3 events, and that was a big dent in their hopes to
or
retain the title on home soil here in Lutsk.
Own individual standings.
Василь Іваницький зараз очолив забіг. І не забуваємо, що українці повинні створити диво, відкривавши світ збірною Великої Британії для того, щоб відіграти 200 очок і повернутися на євросалку заліку. Лідери змінюються.
2 Estonians at the front. Lilamet, the almost acting as the pacemaker, being followed by Glana. Rosenberg, that's 1, 2, 3 in this race at the moment. 2 Ukrainians following, and then Ubo.
Своїх співвітчизників для того, щоб трошки відсидівши за спиною, можна було зробити і фінішний ривок. А вся увага зараз на атлета, який біжить на
2 seconds slower than the first heat.
Це саме Крістіан Розенберг, який має і 3-ю позицію загального заліку.
Lilamet, I think, has been deputed to take them around. Lilamet not in contention for individual honours.
30 секунд для того, щоб утримати свою призову позицію на цих змаганнях.
This looks a bit slower than the first heat, it has to be said.
So we'll be waiting for some lap times to see what happens and what time are we running for the Estonians. And then there goes the British guy.
Great Britain. Louis Church.
Лідер чоловічого багатоборства Білорус Віталій Жук.
4:30.66 runner at best. This well within his capability, so he's decided to throw down the gauntlet and push on. Church 15th at the moment.
2 кола залишаються до фінішу, і коли, як не зараз, спортсменам віднімати темпи,
Church, if he can run around
на свій
4:30,
результат.
will come away with a personal best from this competition. Probably had around 100 points to his previous best.
Will be around 4:30,
7:3.19.
4:32 maybe. It's a bit slower than the previous race with the Spanish
So Church
guys.
putting about
I think Jorge
6 or
Ureña
7 meters between himself and
Pablo
Lilamet.
Pascoli did a great job trying to run from Estonians, especially from Rosenberg.
Glana tries to
Now we are
move
on
himself out of the
the
box
1 kilometer mark, and it's around
pretty
3:10.
comfortably.
So it's definitely slower than the previous race.
Church now about 15 meters clear of the rest.
300 метрів. Одне коло до фініша,
Across
і
the line.
подивіться, який ривок
3:27
зараз робить
unofficially.
Майкл Уйбо, вийшовши на 2-гу позицію. І намагаючись відірватися від Віталія Жука, котрий ще й лідером
Capable of running a
змагань.
63
And
last lap to
Vitaly
get a
Zhuk
personal
is
best.
holding to Estonian squad. He's checking the Estonians, especially Michael Uibo. He needs to catch Michael Uibo. He cannot make
Moving
him
up now,
run more
starting
than
to
2
close down on
seconds.
Church. Iglana and Uibo starting to work hard, as is Rosenberg. Church still running a fine race here. 200 meters to go. It's Church about 7 meters in
So
front
can
of
Vitaly Zhuk make it?
Iglana, the tall
It's the
figure of
fight
Rosenberg,
between
and then
Vitaly Zhuk and Michael Uibo. And Vitaly Zhuk is
Zhuk
running
now.
good. He's
That's the
still
battle
behind them.
for individual honours between Zhuk and Uibo. Uibo needs to be in front of Zhuk by about 2.5 seconds, but he's towering rapidly. Zhuk, an inspired
Фініш від Віталія Жука!
Unofficially 4:33.59. Lewis Church takes the second place.
4:33.59 for Vitaly Zhuk unofficially. Incredible finish from Vitaly
as soon
Zhuk.
as we can.
It should be, if I'm counting good, 721 points for Vitaly Zhuk.
Well, Vitaly Zhuk, 4:33, that's about 725 points. Just about 50 points short of his personal best. 8,290. Second best performance of his career after that bronze medal at the European Championships in Berlin last summer. His 2 days here in Lutsk, highlighted by personal bests in the shot and in
But
the
if I'm not
discus.
wrong, and if I'm counting right, and I was right with the previous heat, it should be 8,236 points for Vitaly Zhuk as the winner of individual standings.
Ukrainian male athletes getting congratulations and probably commiserations
So
from
it's
their
not
female
a personal
counterparts.
best for Vitaly, but it's the second best decathlon for
Still
him
waiting for
in his
confirmation
career.
of the results. Vitaly Zhuk,
Still
though,
waiting for some confirmation,
takes the title
for confirmed
in the
results,
decathlon.
and it will be interesting.
Terrific
even in the
spirited
team
run,
competition,
about 3
since
seconds
Vitaly
outside of
Zhuk
his
won a
personal
very
best.
good race with a nice point.
But nevertheless,
But there's
the
a
end of
big
2 days of
consistency in the
very, very
Estonian
tough
squad,
competition.
so
It was an outstanding
that they
competition.
kept their leading before
The 8 men
Belarus.
over 8,000 points. Sorry, I should say 5 men over 8,000 points.
We are almost over, but
to
ladies and
unravel.
gentlemen, don't leave the stadium.
Does look like it is
because
Vitaly
we
Zhuk
are waiting the
who will
victory
take the honours in the
ceremony.
decathlon.
That's why we switched
Michael
on the sun.
Bubo tiring badly over the final 100, 150 metres. Will probably finish second. Just wait for final confirmation of those figures, though.
Показали непогані секунди на останній 1500 метрівці. Вони зможуть
Throng onto the track.
братися
Conclusion of this very exciting 2 days
останнім видом.
competition
Дві
here
команди
in Lutsk.
розділяли лише 43 очки.
Still waiting for the confirmation of time for the second heat.
4:33. Roughly the winning time for Zhuk is worth 725 points.
Other runners,
There's Kazanyov,
it seems that
looking
Jorge
very
Moreira
disconsolate figure. He
definitely
knows he
will
wasn't
be
able to
third
contribute the way he
position
wanted
individually.
to the Ukraine team performance. His second place 2 years ago in Tallinn
Few
was
seconds
absolute
lower
key
race than
in
the first
Ukraine,
one.
taking the
Even though
title.
The Estonians did what they could, did their best.
Second both
But Urena
2015 and in 2017. There he is with his back to the camera, wearing the shorts with the strapping up the rear of his left leg. Well, no doubting who's possibly the happiest man here. Vitaly Zhuk. This is a combined events team championship. Still not sure whether Belarus have got the bronze medal. They made up enough. Well, I should say the silver medal. I don't think they were able to make up the deficit on Estonia. Too much to make up in that competition. But nevertheless, a very fine second place for Belarus, who get on the podium for the first time since it has become a combined events team competition.
And here we are with
back
the
in
results.
2013.
4:33.54, his season best, 722 points.
Competitions
So
were
it's
scored
even
separately,
1
had
point
various
better
successes both
than
individually
I predicted.
and in
So
team
the
competitions.
complete
And
decathlon
finally,
for
we
him
have the
is
results. Vitaly Zhuk wins 4:33.54, season's best. That equates to 722 points. Louis Church, magnificent run for much of the race, just timing at the end, 4:34.08. And Christian Rosenberg, 4:36.21, about 5 seconds outside his personal best, as was Janet Eglana. But I think that's enough to put Estonia on top of the podium. Michael Weibo eventually drifting back to 8th as the men in front of him overtook him down the home straight. 4:40.03, about 15 seconds off his best. Weibo very tired. Personal best for Andrew Murphy, the only man to go into new territory, but a shout out for the Scot. 9th place for Murphy, 4:40.22, and a personal best for him. Murphy having a very good competition as well. Personal bests in the hurdles and the pole vault. Andrei Kravchenko, well, has had to concede to his lack of fitness, but the 2:14 European champion finished in 15th place. And good to see Kravchenko back in the fray again. He was talking about at the press conference, not giving it up, not throwing in the towel yet, 33 years of age, and he says after 5 years and 5 operations, he just wants to get back into top level competition. Well, this is it, and he's shown that he's a real team player by getting involved with Belarus. But looking at those positions, looking at those times, and looking at those points, I can almost as good as confirm that Estonia do indeed take the team championships. They were bronze back in 2015, silver 2 years ago on home soil in Tallinn, where they were just edged out by the Ukrainians. But this time they've turned the tables on the hosts and have come to Ukraine and taken the title from Ukraine. Well, there's the Swiss, enjoying themselves. Young team, haven't quite featured in the team standings, but great experience from many of them. A thoroughly enjoyable one, judging from their reaction. There's the decathlon standings confirmation. Vitaly Zhuk, 8,237 points, just 53 points off his personal best. Michael Weibo second, 81.81. Jorge Arena did enough just to clinch the third place in the decathlon. Third best total ever, 8,073 points. 40 points in front of Christian Rosenberg, who gets a personal best. First time over 8,000 points for the Estonian. And 5th on this occasion, but a winner 2 years ago in Tallinn, Janek Oilana. Just 4 points shy of that 8,000 point benchmark. There we go, running through all the men who finished this 10 event, grueling 2-day discipline. They often call the winners of this at the Olympics and the World Championships the world's greatest athletes, just for their versatility and toughness. Series of personal bests all the way down there as well.
Of the team overall results.
Be able to combine those decathlon results. The 17th event concluded here over 2 days in Lutsk into the combined event team standings, which combine the top 3 men's and women's results from the decathlon and the heptathlon. Well, the Estonians had problems of their own with the highly rated Grit Shadaiko having to withdraw at the start of the second day. I'm pretty sure it's Estonia that does indeed take the team title. Just wait for absolute confirmation, though, as we look down the remainder of the 25 men who finished this decathlon. Matthias Steinmann bringing up the rear. And indeed it is Estonia who take the title. 39,959 points.
And there we have
Just
it.
over 400 points ahead of Belarus, with Great Britain and Northern Ireland taking what would have been before this weekend an unexpected bronze medal, 39,433 points. 213 points ahead of the hosts and 2017 champions Ukraine. But Ukraine have been dethroned and Estonia will stand on top of the podium for the first time ever.
Отже, командний залік після 2 днів командного чемпіонату Європи з багатоборств. Збірна Естонії перемагає з результатом 39,959 очок. На другу позицію вийшла команда Білорусі. 39,560 очок. Збірна Великої Британії фінішує Ірландії 39,433
Had a couple of bronze medals in the last 5 years, this time down in 6th, and Switzerland showing up and performing admirably, their young team finishing 7th. No total for the Netherlands. They didn't send a men's quartet, but their women all host the personal bests in that event. Lots of bronze medalists in the heptathlon with Marika Esseling. Prove the value of coming here and
команди Швейцарії 35,869 очок.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't leave the stadium. Wait for the victory ceremony. It will take place soon, right in the middle of the stadium where the podium is, and please join us and wait for all
So
the
now
athletes
just the victory ceremonies to take
who are
place.
getting ready.
There'll be presentations for the heptathlon and the
for the final
decathlon,
presentation
and then
and the medal ceremony,
gold,
of
silver
course.
and bronze.
Пані та
This
панове,
European
шановні
Combined Events Team Championship Super League. And if you've enjoyed this particular live stream brought to you via the European Athletics website, brought to you in conjunction with the Ukraine Athletics Federation, well, next week, European Athletics live stream in conjunction with its international partners, Eurovision, La Gruyere and Spa, will be on air from the European Under-23 Championships in the Swedish town of Gävle, just north of Stockholm. And then the following week, we hop over to the other side of Sweden, and we're in Borås for the European Athletics Under-20 Championships. Later in the summer, we have European Athletics live streams also coming to you from the European Athletics Team Championship Super League in Bydgoszcz in Poland and the First League in Sandnes, Norway. And then, for the first time ever, we have the match, the inaugural outdoor encounter between Europe and the USA, and that'll be transmitted via the European Athletics website, www.european-athletics.org, coming to you live from Minsk on the 9th and 10th of September. So there's a lot of action coming to you via European Athletics, either in conjunction with its member federations or its international partners. I have to say, we're just waiting for the dignitaries and the medal ceremonies to get underway. A big thank you to the Ukraine Athletics Federation for their hospitality here. They've been wonderful hosts. And the people of Lutsk providing volunteers.
Зі мною збірна команда Білорусі і людина, яка сьогодні створювала неймовірне не раз і не зодна. Віталій Жуков, ваші обласки поглядацькі, всі, вся команда, дійсно, ви створили диво, це неймовірно. По-перше, скажіть, як отак от можна рванути і такий крутий фініш взяти, що я думаю, що світлини у білоруських виданнях будуть сніти не тиждень і не зодла.
Честно хотелось. Во-первых, хотелось выиграть, хотелось принести очки
Well, I'm not
команде.
fluent in Belarusian, but I can tell you he's a very happy man.
Мне кажется, у меня получилось.
Це абсолютно точно. Ми бачимо, Едуард з гумором підходить, абсолютно підходить до сьогоднішньої ситуації. Гумор – це взагалі найзавзятіший гуморист у команді, чи є хтось інший, хто приколоти може так шоу?
Не меня спрашивать, это команда.
Edward Buchanan, who's been a silver medalist in the decathlon on 2 occasions in the past.
Тоді поділіться просто із громадою, із Європою, із Білорусією.
Білорусі, емоціями вашими і тим, що ви все ж таки здобули сьогодні, перебуваючи от на цьому чемпіонаті Європи командному в Україні, в Луцьку.
Andrei Krachanko, well, he's used to great days. Olympic silver medalist back in 2008 as a 22-year-old, now 33.
Серебро для команды и в индивидуальном Наталья очень молодец, хорошо дополнила. И самое главное, что соревнования прошли красиво, хорошо.
Так, друзі, а тепер головне, чи знаєте ви, що автопаті буде проводитися у найуславленішій не тільки в Луцьку, а в Україні місцині, у такому замку, що якщо ви туди зайдете, я не знаю, з яким настроєм ви вже потім звідти вийдете, чи ви вийдете звідти вночі, а може і під ранок. Чи ви готові до автопаті?
Мы в замке будем.
Сейчас, блин, вам дякую. Живе Білорусь! Дякую, спасибо большое. Збірна команда Білорусі. Друге місце і неймовірний фініш Віталія Жука, який ще будуть показувати тут. Ще раз, блін, на вам дякую.
Well, the infield announcer Slava Varda having a great time just actually interviewing every athlete possible. He's doing a great job on the infield. I'm rather glad I said thank you to the Ukrainian host now after you got a snatch of me up in the commentary position. And alongside me, the presentation team, our vital results service, timing equipment people. You can see I'm concentrating very hard on the screen. We're really just killing a bit of time as we're waiting for the dignitaries and then the presentations to get underway. Once again, confirmation of the standings in the European Combined Events Team Championship Super League. All the results in detail, all individual 17 events, full breakdown are available on www.european-athletics.org. We're relinking to our Ukrainian hosts who've provided outstanding timing service and results service. Looks like we've just got a brief hiatus before the presentations take place. So I'll tell you what, it's been a long day. We started at 9:30 this morning. It's 10.5 hours later. I'm just going to
Estonian national team
Slava
and
interview the
their
Estonians, and I'm
frontman,
just gonna
Mr.
have a drink
Michael
of water.
Uiba. Michael, how do you feel now about this championship?
I think it's a great competition. Like I've heard, it might have been the last time, but we get to go home with the win for the last time. So I guess that's something special that we can take home. Unfortunately, other people can't, and we don't feel like sharing it either.
So it definitely means that you take a revenge, yeah?
Yeah, I think actually nobody can take a revenge on us. Ain't that something?
Another win, another win.
Yeah. Ain't no other win. That's the last and only one.
Okay, what about you, Mod? What about your winner's secret, like a team, as a team?
You got to be from Estonia. That's one, and then for second, you got to be from Estonia.
Thank you very much. Thanks for being with us in Lutsk, because you did a great performance and showed us that it is the top high level of sports which Estonian team did on track. Thank you very much. Enjoy the evening. And the last but not least question. You know that after party will be in the very super castle which Ukraine has, and this actual unique monument, and did you feel excited about it?
Of course we're excited, and now we know we'll be there.
What will happen? Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Congratulations. Thank you. Estonian national team. Big applause.
Well, if you want to be a successful heptathlete or decathlete, the key to success seems to be, according to Michael Ubo, move to Estonia. It's not just amongst these guys who've had success. Of course, Estonia over the years, some great decathletes and heptathletes, including the 2000 Olympic men's decathlon winner, Erkki. So, just to recap, there's the heptathlon results. The 1, 2, 3 in this competition all getting personal best. Sloboda of Ukraine putting together a tally of 6,165 points. Katie Stainton, great competition for the Britain. I don't think she'd have expected getting a silver medal before the start of this weekend. 6,029 points, first time she's had a total which starts with a 6. And Marika Esselink, very close to that 6,000 barrier, 5,905 points for the Dutch woman, who really did an outstanding 7 events as well. Following up behind them, Irina Bekatova and Rima Bunyenko, Ukraine 4 and 5. So good performances all round from the Ukrainians, and I can also tell you 6th, the Dutch woman Michelle Oud came through with a personal best as well. So great results there from the top echelon of the women in the heptathlon. 4 personal bests out of the top 6. And just let's run down through the rest of the results in the heptathlon, the overall results. Van der Wiel, Maaike van der Wiel, both having very, very good weekends. The twins from the Netherlands. There's places 17 to 24. Women, perhaps some of them, I think, will be just a little bit disappointed. They would have probably been hoping for higher points tallies towards the 5,400, 5,500s, but nevertheless very, very valuable contributions to their team scores. There we go, the final standings, the final page. Grit Sadajko, well, we were hoping she was going to see it through to the last event. Certainly Estonia missed her a little bit. They probably would have totaled over 40,000 points if Sadajko had been involved. But nevertheless, Sadajko was on the sidelines cheering her teammates all the way through and cheering them to gold. That concludes the heptathlon standings. And the decathlon, well, once again, Vitaly Zhuk, 8,237 points, the second best tally of his life, just 53 points short of his personal best, which he set in Berlin last summer when taking a European Championships and bronze medal. Michael Ubo, well, he's got a few times bigger scores than that, but he was very competitive, and he's already had 2 high-quality decathlons this year. Jorge Arena, third best tally of his life, also over 8,000. And Christian Rosenberg, well, at one point it did look as though he might just snatch a place in the top 3. He looked so tired in the 1,500 metres, but nevertheless rewarded with a career best, first time over 8,000 points, 8,033 points. And it was 3 Estonians in the top 5 of the decathlon. Run down the rest of the competitors. Yuri Yaromich, well, was a little bit off his best overall, but had a terrific second day with personal best in the pole vault, an outstanding personal best of 5:20 for the Belarusian Yaromich. Church as well, 7,422 points, just over 100 points on his lifetime best for Church in 13th place. Positions 17 to 24, so 22 men over 7,000 points in this competition. Swiss, well, young athletes here, great experience. All of them just a little bit shy of their personal best. They'll come back, and this has been a great competition, great camaraderie. Fortunately, we lost, as I mentioned a couple of times, Alexei Kazanyov during the course of the first day. We also lost Oberholzer and Jonay Kordan. 25 finishers, with the rear being brought up by Matthias Steinmann of Switzerland. Steinmann, well, didn't have the best of competitions, about 1,000 points down on his best, but he'll learn a lot from this. And you already know the 1, 2, 3 of the European Combined Events Team Championship Super League. It's worth looking at it again. Estonia, absolutely magnificent result. And I'm sure this will be on the front pages of the Estonian newspapers tomorrow. They love their multi-events in Estonia. They have a terrific indoor multi-events competition in February every year. And for the first time ever, Estonia are the European Combined Events Team Champions with 39,959 points. Just over 400 points ahead of Belarus, really sealing their victory with excellent runs from all 4 men in that final 1,500 metres. And Great Britain, Northern Ireland, nice surprising bronze medal for the British. And in the end, they closed down quite well on Belarus. They were only 127 points in arrears of the Belarusians. That's not very much at all over the course of 17 events and 2 days. And Ukraine, well, having to settle for 4th place, the hosts, 39,220, just 213 points behind the British, but missing out on a place on the podium. Spain, France and Switzerland completing the 7 teams that finished. Netherlands, as I've mentioned before, no team tally for them, although their women did do exceptionally well. So please do just stay with us, especially if you are watching in Estonia, Belarus, Great Britain, Northern Ireland and Ukraine, because there will be athletes from your country climbing the podium very shortly. We're taking about a 10-minute break now. Come back and join us for the presentations and the ceremonies just before 20:30 local time here in Lutz. That's 19:30 Central European time, 18:30 in Great Britain, Northern Ireland, and we're 3 hours ahead of GMT. So if you're anywhere outside of Europe, work it out yourself.
Високоповажна громада Луцька, Волині, України та Європи. Ми раді розпочати медальну церемонію чемпіонату Європи з легкоатлетичного багатоборства командного чемпіонату Луцьку 2019 року.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the victory ceremony for the European Combined Arms Team Championship Super League Lutsk 2019.
І запрошуємо до нашого подіуму першу трійку жіночої індивідуальної першості.
And we start with the individual standings for the women's category.
Нагородження проводять віце-президент Європейської легкоатлетичної асоціації Добромір Карамарінов, радник міського голови, керівник організаційного комітету змагань Ігор Поліщук.
Third place.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze position.
Bronze medal goes to the woman in the
Пані та
familiar
панове,
orange strip of the Netherlands.
третє місце.
5,905
Personal best of
points.
5,905 points, as you can hear the field announcer.
905 очок.
Representing Netherlands.
It's Marika
Представниця Нідерландів. Маріке Есселінг.
20 years of age. Her birthday only about 3 weeks ago. Fine future in front of her. Personal best track yesterday in both the 100 metres hurdles and the 200 metres.
The silver medal.
Jump today.
Срібна медаль.
6,029 points.
6029 очок.
Representing Great Britain.
Представниця Великої Британії та Північної Ірландії. Кейті Стейнтон.
First time over 6,000 points, 6,029 points for Britain. That's certainly helped Great Britain get on the podium in the team competition.
The gold medal.
Team
І
championship.
переможниця. Золота медалістка в індивідуальній жіночій першості.
6,165 points.
The favourite as well, and she didn't falter over the second day.
6165 очок.
Representing Ukraine.
Personal best.
Дарина Слобода, Україна!
So these are the top three. Give them a big applause.
Шануйте, будь ласка, трійку призерів і переможницю жіночої індивідуальної першості командного чемпіонату Європи з легкоатлетичного багатоборства у Луцьку 2019 року. Історична подія для нашої держави. Ми вперше домінкували на економічному форумі такого штибу.
Everybody's happy here, I think.
Ваші області і фото призерах та переможниці.
Individual personal best during the course of the head tapper for three athletes.
Top three girls.
Esselink, I
Three
think,
personal best.
exceeded certainly their expectations.
Топ-3. Три особистих рекорда. Три найкращі на сьогодні представниці жіночої індивідуальної першості у командному багатоборстві.
So I think she has
Дякуємо.
real aspirations ahead of these championships. Lots of goals, though. Be medals to cherish in the years to come. Act as motivations in the months to come for future competitions. line slightly. Yes, please do hold up a medal, Katie. So again, publicity, Sloboda's win in the Ukraine newspapers tomorrow. Before the men's presentation. Leaning over the gantry, I can see that they've managed to corral the top three in the decathlon.
Сам час запросити до подіуму першу трійку в чоловічій індивідуальній першості.
Just getting them in the right order.
And here we continue with announcing
the Spaniard,
top three in the men's category, individual standing.
entirely sure. Oh no, changing position now.
Командний чемпіонат Європи із легкоатлетичного водоворства у Суперлізі Луцьк 2019. Ваші оплески, перша трійка чоловічої індивідуальної першості. Нагородження проводять віце-президент Європейської легкоатлетичної асоціації Добромір Карамарінов, президент Федерації легкої атлетики України, перший заступник міністра спорту України Ігор Гоцул.
The bronze medal.
Третє місце.
8,073 points.
8073 очки.
Representing Spain.
Представник Іспанії. Хорхе Урейна.
Personal best. He went to drift with a slightly below
the silver medal.
Друге місце.
8,181 points.
8181 очко.
Representing Estonia.
Представник Естонії Майкл Уйбо.
Halter at 5 meters 13.
The gold medal.
І переможець індивідуальної першості.
8,237 points.
8237 очок.
Representing Belarus.
Білорус Віталій Жук!
Second best total of his career, 8,237 points.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the top three men of this year's competition.
Топ-трійка атлетів індивідуальної першості цьогорічного чемпіонату Європи з легкоатлетичного багаторства командного Суперліга Луцьк 2019. Іспанія, Естонія, Республіка Білорусь, ваші області, вільні квітки, найсильніших молодців старого світу. Станом на зараз у командній першості.
And in a very short space of time, we're going to see Juk and Bo on the podium once again for the team championships. Vitaly Juk is well pleased with his medal. He really has made huge strides forward since finishing 8th in this competition 2 years ago. Made a big breakthrough in Berlin. 8,290 points, which at the moment remains his personal best. I'm sure that's going to be in danger when he gets to the World Championships in Doha at the end of September. From left to right as you look at them on your screen, the silver, gold and bronze medalists here in the decathlon.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, we kindly ask the top 3 teams to get ready for the victory ceremony. We are calling the team Great Britain, Belarus and Estonia. Please join us for the victory ceremony. Thank you.
Teams in the European Combined Events Team Championship Super League just being marshalled together. See on the lower left-hand side of your picture the Great Britain Northern Ireland team wearing those familiar white tracksuits. Remember, this is a Britain Northern Ireland team without Katrina Johnson-Thompson or Niamh Emerson, or indeed Tim Duckworth on the men's side. So a fine performance from Great Britain and Northern Ireland to take third place. Estonia were able to bring out their stars. Estonia in the centre of your picture. Belarusians, well, I see a few Belarusians scattered around, but I can't see any team as such. In the lower centre of your picture, there's the Belarusian flag being held by some of their team management. A few of the Belarusians have gone walkabout.
Отже, пані та панове, сам час є вночнити нагородження у командній першості чемпіонату Європи командного з легкоатлетичних багатоборств у Луцьку 2019 року.
The final presentation of the day, the team championships presentation.
Нагородження проводять віце-президент Європейської легкоатлетичної асоціації Добромірка Марина, президент Федерації легкої атлетики України, перший заступник міністра спорту держави Ігор Гонцов, радник міського голови, керівник організаційного комітету змагань Ігор Поліщук.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medal.
Третє місце.
39 points, 433 points.
The bronze medal goes to Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
433 очки.
3,700 points.
Національна команда Великої Британії та Північної Ірландії.
Results screen hasn't updated. Britain's with 39,433 points. Barber. Roland.
Their names are Katie Staton, Joe Rowland, Ellen Barber, and Jessica Taylor-Jemmons. With John Lane, Andrew Murphy, Lois Church, and Brent Gregory.
And behind them it's Ben Gregory.
Команда Великої Британії та Північної Ірландії. Третє місце. Бронзові нагороди командного чемпіонату Європи з легкоатлетичного багатоборства у Луцьку.
And completing the lineup, John Lane.
The silver medal.
Срібні медалі.
39,560 points.
39,560 очок.
Team Belarus.
Національна команда Республіки Білорусь.
Юлія Рут, Діана Рабкова, Шарлотта Бегліце, Марія Василевич, Віталій Жук, Юрій Яремич, Едуард Мікан, Андрій Кравченко.
Maria Vasilevich getting the medal, followed by
Білоруську команду нагороджує радник міського голови керівник організаційного змагань Ігор Поліщук.
Charlotta Hailitsa, and finally Julia Roots on the right-hand side. Andrei Kravchenko, the 2014 European champion, the first man to get his medal. Individual winner, Vitaly Zhuk. Yaromich. Performances from Yaromich, just short of his overall personal best. And completing the lineup, a man who's been on the podium many times in the past, Eduard Meekan, silver medalist himself as an individual in the decathlon in 2:13 and 2:14. And Meekan takes on the unofficial role as team captain with the overall silver medal
The
trophy.
gold medal.
Пані та панове, і переможець цьогорічного чемпіонату Європи командного з легкоатлетичного багатоборства.
2015, silver in 2017, but this time it's gold.
39,959 очок.
Team Estonia.
Національна команда Естонії.
Hannah Reifler, Kristela Jurkatan, Grit Shapiso, Michael Uibo, Christian Rosenberg, Janek Iglane, Risto Jimenez.
Чемпіонів Європи нагороджує віце-президент Європейської легкоатлетичної асоціації Добромірка Марина.
Rosenberg. Such a great competition from Rosenberg. Second place. Michael Tuvo raises the trophy. The European Championships. European Combined Events Team Championships.
Пані та панове, національний гімн Естонії!
And so the whole stadium stands for the Estonian national anthem.
Ми дякуємо призерам, переможцям і всім 8 збірним, котрі брали участь у командному чемпіонаті Європи з легкоатлетичного в Луцьку. І всіх опісля світлин з п'єдесталу пошани запрошуємо всі команди доєднуватися до загального фото після того, як світлини з переможцями та призерами будуть зроблені.
And we ask all other teams, if you are still here with us, let's make a big group photo of all of the teams. Join the top 3 teams behind the sign of the European Combined Events Team Championship. We would like to make a big photo of you all if you are still here.
Ми дякуємо кожному зі спортсменів, кожній збірній, всім тим, хто долучився і проводив організацію, суддівство і підтримку цьогорічного чемпіонату Європи у Луцьку, котрий пройшов вперше за часів незалежної України. Ми дякуємо атлетам, всім